Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Malika Matiwa, aka the Go Getter. So I figured I'd give myself an alter ego, and definitely that is the Go Getter. So from today, I will refer to myself as the Go Getter, and you guys, people who are my subscribers, who watch my YouTube channel and engage with me on social media, I will happily refer to you guys as Go Getter as well. Because always remember, this is the channel where we learn better so we can do better and be better. The best way to describe those type of people is go-getters. So today I have another interesting video for you. Today we're going to be talking about how to read consistently. We're going to be reading more and more, so we definitely need to learn the skills that it takes for us to read consistently. So without any further ado, let's get into the first lesson. You need to create a reading habit. You need to create a routine, right? So for you to achieve the goal of reading 12 books a year, 24 books a year, 30, 40, 52 books a year, you need to include that as part of your routine. So it's either you're going to read every morning, when you get up, you're going to read during the day when you are traveling, maybe to work, or every day during lunch you're reading your book, or in the evenings before you sleep. Make sure that you have a routine and you know for sure that that is your time to read. So, set a cue for yourself as well. So that's what I learned in Atomic Habits. So, like on my bed, right? I put my book there, not teddy bears. I put my book there, to remind me that, girl, you got to read, before I go to sleep. So that's always a reminder for me to go read. So like currently I have a routine where I read every day in the morning, first thing, I make myself a cup of coffee and I engage with some good content. I love it because it energizes me. I want something that I can learn from, that is hardcore teaching, growth orientated. So this is the time I go hard, I go big, or I go home. And then in the evenings, I'll read something that's more relaxing. I'm currently reading Ikunga by Dudu Busani Dube, and listen, my emotions are engaged. It's so relaxing. You get to read something on the fictional side. So yes, that's how I create my reading routine. So create yours as well. Look in your day, where can you do that 30 minutes reading time? Maybe wake up before everybody, or at night, close the door to your room and engage in some good book. So moving on to lesson number 2, you need to schedule it. So I know that some people like to plan. I like to plan myself. So every day in my schedule, I'll put in 30 minutes to read. Just before I go to the gym, I make sure that it's a part of my day. So plan it and be intentional about it. Talk to your family that, guys, this is my reading time in the morning. I will not come to clean. Like first thing when I get up, I will indulge in a book first and then I'll come. Please do not disturb me. If it's at night, talk to your people so that they know that this is a part of what you do on a daily basis, right? Now moving on to tip number 3. You know what? Join the challenge. Join other people who are, within the movement of reading. Join the challenge. Last year, I joined Dumi Pake's 40 books reading challenge, which was absolutely great. Even if I didn't read 40 books, I got to read 25 books, given my life, certain things that I included and all that. I did my very best and I got to read 25 books. So it was always encouraging, to be like, I have a clan of people with whom we're working together towards a certain goal. This year, I want to read 52 books. Yes, 52 books, and it will be the Go Getters 52 books challenge, or just 52 books challenge, right? Go Getter 52 books challenge. I'll resolve that and I'll launch it properly for you guys. So join a movement, right? And then tip number 4, you need to read the books that you like. Listen, this reading thing is almost like watching TV, right? So you never watch movies that you find boring, or you watch a channel that you do not like just because you are watching TV, you know? Hence, you have, different TV, providers, whatever they call it, it's DSTV, Showmax, read the books that you like. If it's romance, read romance, you can change it up with a little bit, maybe of finance or biographies, but read the books that make you happy, the books that keep you reading. That's also another thing that helps you be consistent. You see, what's me? If your book doesn't catch me in the introduction, the preface, or the first chapter, chances of me finishing that book are very low. Or if I get bored along the way, I will leave that book. I don't take it too hard. I just think we all have different preferences, and we should definitely stay true to who we are as individuals, right? Yes. So moving on to tip number 5, join a team, join a book club where they have, certain books that they are reading. I know some book clubs, they have a book a month where you sit in and engage on it. Join a book club. I think it's such a fabulous community. You get to talk about the book, you get to share about the book with a group of people, and it just gives you, good pleasure. They say good stress, huh? It gives you good stress because you know that, come end of the month, the people are going to be discussing, and I'm a part of the group, and I need to know what's happening. So you will have that, pressure to read, which is not bad pressure, but it's good pressure, because at the end of the day, you'll be learning something. So choose a club which they read the books that you are interested in, the topics, or you're interested in whatever genre that they're reading, and engage there, make the most of it, and be with a group of great people, right? Moving on to lesson number 6. Inspiration. Follow people who read, like on social media. Make sure you're following people who read, share books, great books. Follow my YouTube channel, I'm always stating, books that I have read, what I have learned. Those are great platforms in order to inspire you to read. On Instagram, I have great books. I follow great people on Facebook. I know the booksman, he sells books as well. He can actually deliver them to your place, So those are people who are reading 4 books every single month. I'm inspired by that. So do buy books from him as well. Engage with such content. Subscribe to my channel. Switch on the notification bell. It will remind you. And when it catches you constantly, you're always reminded to keep in that routine that you have locked in as the first lesson, and you are doing it all the time, right? So moving on to lesson number 7. You need to create a great environment in order for you to read. If you are reading in your bedroom and your phone is a distraction, keep it out of your room, or download an app that will lock you out for a certain amount of time. For me, I have an app in which I plant a tree for 30 minutes, and that tree grows, and I cannot kill it because that's not good citizenship. So I will use that in order for me to, kill the distraction and create a really good environment for me to read in. Now, number 8, you need to be disciplined. Set an alarm for yourself, set an accountability sheet. So this is what I did in the beginning of last year, because I really, really wanted to be consistent. So I took an A4 paper, right? And I wrote down the different months. So it's like little blocks, right? So every day I finished reading, I would tick. Every day I finished reading, I would tick. And the days on which I didn't actually manage to read, I'm wrong. Or sometimes if I don't want to give myself wrong, I put in a circle. Oh, the system is dealt with us. School. I put in a circle, and I'd have a note where I make notes on why I actually failed. Put the sticky note on there to avoid certain circumstances, or be like, okay, I understand that this was a very hectic period in my life. It's okay that I didn't read, because it was actually best not to read in that point in time in my life. So discipline is very, very important, right? So moving on to lesson number 9. Share what you read. Engage with people on social media. Share in the comment section what you read. Tell me what you read. That would actually be very, very fun. So you share the lessons you've had, be it on Facebook, be it on, your statuses. Just post some of the punchlines or some of the things that you enjoyed, the words that you learned, from the book that you were reading. That just helps create like a community and people who have read the same books. It's just a great experience to see the perspectives that different individuals had on a certain book. Now, last but not least, and last but definitely fun, you need to reward yourself. Be like, after reading a book a month, I'm taking myself out, or after reaching a certain goal, I'm going out. Reward yourself. If you want to buy a shirt, and you're a person who loves clothing, be like, after I read 3 books, I'm gonna buy myself a dress. So the sooner you finish the book, the sooner you can get that dress. So for me, I love books, right? So I tell myself that I can't have books, I can't have new books if there are still books that I haven't read in my place, right? So that is sort of like pushing me, because every time I go to the mall, I'm like, lure myself in and like check, oh, that's a great book, Strength Finder, I want to buy that. Oh, that's a great book, the Lazy Makoti, I want to cook, so, but I tell myself, in order for me to buy that, I have to make sure that I read the books that I have, so that when I buy something new, I'm sorted. So that's the reward system that I use. So yes, guys, really, those are my steps. I hope you liked them. If you have listened to this far, please like the video. If you really, really did like it, leave a comment on, how you read consistently. Is there something you resonated with in this video? Share your views, share what you're looking forward to implementing as well. And yes, definitely subscribe to my channel, switch on the notification bell, and let's read together. Let's read consistently, and at the end of the year, when we meet, honey, we should be like, I read so many books. Because what I know is, when you read so much, by default you learn. By default you'll implement some of the things that you learn. Hence, I also encourage to read, good books and diverse books at times, because you're gonna get better. You're gonna be better, because you are a go-getter. So thank you guys so much, and enjoy the rest of your day or evening, whatever time it is. Mwah.